Well, one thing that interests me, and I don't know how you feel about it, but so we do all this research, you know, with space. Like we've been to outer space, or so they claim. We've explored a vast area on the surface of planet Earth. But something that's always intrigued me beyond space is the oceans. And what I think is super interesting is like, dude, we've been to, they claim we've been to outer space. I don't know, have we not been?
That's a tricky thing.
It is.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a Red Bull.
Yeah, dude, thing.
Keep talking, I can hear you.
But my thing is, how do we live this close to the ocean? I mean, we can literally
I know.
look at it, see it, touch it, go in it, but we know next to nothing about it.
Yeah, for real. It's like, what the fuck?
Literally nothing.
You know what I think?
What up?
I think it's because they don't want to know. Because they already know some shit's going down.
They probably do.
And they're afraid.
Right.
Dude, there's some shit about, like, submersible. Like UAPs.
Sure.
That it's not just that they're, like, flying around, but the majority of them come out of the ocean.
I've heard some stuff about that.
And a lot of them go back in, which makes sense because if they come out, they go back in.
Right.
To me...
And we have much less access, so it would be like almost like an easy hiding spot.
Perfect.
Right.
It's perfect. And it makes sense in a lot of other ways because... Shit, I got a funny, like, thought.
What up?
If, like, dolphins are their pets. Dolphins are like their dogs.
Dude, very well could be.
Yeah.
It's a man's best friend.
They're like the in-between. Because they're so cool with humans.
They are.
So dolphins are like the in-between.
Dude.
They're like their dogs.
And
it
they're
makes
hella
sense
intelligent.
Why yep. And it makes sense why they like us. Because we're just like them down there. You know what I mean?
Wild, dude.
It's interesting.
I never thought about
that. actually
that.
gets into the dolphins thing.
That's fucking cool, though.
I didn't even think about the dolphins thing. But, all right. I'll explain the dolphins thing.
Okay.
And then we'll get into that.
Yeah, man.
So, dolphins. Here, let me take a sip of this, actually.
Do your thing.
Time is it? 4 o'clock, and I'm having a Red Bull. Jesus.
Hey, you'd be on point for your game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Wow, it tastes... I love the taste of regular Red Bull.
So do I. I know a lot of people hate it. I love it. It's such a weird flavor, though.
It is weird.
You know what I mean?
But it's awesome.
I know you're not a huge drinker or anything, but just for the record, and so everyone else knows, cranberry juice and Red Bull is amazing.
Really?
Yes.
I've always done, like, Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
Jägermeister and Red
Fire.
Bull.
You like Jaeger by itself, though?
I haven't had it in a while. Not really. Not particularly, I don't think. I don't really remember what it tastes like, to be honest. It's been that long.
Yeah. I just stayed away from it for so long as, like, a youngster, you know.
I like Captain Morgan.
Fuck yeah.
Like, what is it, Black Label or something?
Yep.
Like, those Captain Morgan, I can drink the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I drank... That's what I would do, is I would buy a $20 bottle.
Yep.
And I would drink... By the end of the night, I drank the whole thing's empty. Every single night, I would do that.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's got, like, the vanilla on the back end, and, like, dude, yeah.
Even with, like, vodka, I would drink that straight. Because, like...
It goes down kind
I
of
don't
easy.
want to say this on here, but let's just say I had a close friend, that would buy me liquor when I was like 16 or whatever.
Dope.
And when you're younger, it's so much easier to drink alcohol.
Oh, absolutely.
I could like chug shit like it was nothing.
Right.
And it didn't affect me. It didn't anything.
The next day, you're probably like halfway decent.
Yep. But mainly the ability to tolerate it was what fascinated me. Then when you get older, it's almost like your body knows.
Right.
It's like, this is poison.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, you're not gonna be able to drink it.
Cut
like
this shit out.
Yeah, you can't drink it like you used to. Shots aren't the same.
No.
I remember back then, shots were like nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I would like mix shots with like 3 different kinds of stuff, like literally.
That's wild.
It was disgusting, but it was easy.
But you had a good time, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. But Yeah, even vodka. Like I had a buddy that would get me like I would try different flavors of vodka, like
Yep.
blueberry and all. Blueberry was like my favorite, and that was even bigger than the Captain bottle.
Oh
And
yeah,
even
yeah.
that, I would drink the whole thing, but I now would chug that. I would just unk, unk, unk,
Damn.
unk, unk, unk.
Take it to the head.
It's just it was. I mean, it was fine. It was ridiculous though.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
in the beginning, my beer pong skills were incredible, and then once it hits big time,
Right.
it's like
You're lucky to
okay.
hit the cup, let alone make it in
Hit
it.
the person in the
Right.
forehead.
Ooh.
I got the cup, man.
Yeah. Mad
But
true.
yep, Captain. I don't know where I was going with that. Something
I got
about
sidetracked too.
dolphins. So I'll go back to dolphins.
Yeah, why not?
So, oh yeah, you mentioned Red Bull and
Oh yes, yes.
Jaeger. Yeah, I don't really remember Jaeger much at all.
It's not great, but I guess just to wrap that up very briefly is when I was a kid, everybody there's a rumor that there's deer's blood or stag's blood or buck's blood in Jaeger, and the color of it, you could almost assume that that might be true. Blood comes out red, but when it dries or it kind of like is out of the body for a little while, it turns like brownish, right? Jaeger is like brown, and it's not that delicious. Doesn't have a very appealing taste, which a lot of liquors don't. So like, sure, but
Not really any liquor does.
no. But when I was younger,
Or alcohol.
yes, also very true. But like, it just didn't taste great. And then with like the rumors or whatever, if it was true or not, I don't know. But it just wasn't very appealing to me.
I highly doubt it's true.
I also agree with that. But like,
I think we'd know.
yeah, right, dude. The FDA would never allow that anymore.
Yeah.
But no, like a year ago, I ended up having like some Jaeger, and I was like, and it wasn't something I purchased. It was something that somebody was like, here, have this, So I was like, yeah, why not? Fuck it, I'll try it. And I tried it, and I was like, wow, this is actually not awful. And then I took like another shot or another swig off the bottle or whatever. And I was like, this is actually kind of good.
Is Jaeger, is that like the, does that taste like the, like licorice?
I knew you were gonna say black licorice.
Is that what it
There
is?
there is a hint of black licorice on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaeger's not bad.
It's not, but I don't like black licorice. I don't know if you do or not.
No.
Have you?
But I mean, it's alcohol, so it makes it easier.
Right, for sure. No, dude, there's not to get on liquor and all that, but there's a liquor that is literally the predominant and basically the only flavor it has is black licorice.
Okay.
It's called Sambuca. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I've had that.
terrible, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Awful. But some people love it. I don't know,
Yeah.
Something for everybody.
I don't like the taste of anything, so it's like if I'm going to drink it, I'm just going to chug it.
Right.
Get
it down, feel
Patron
it.
is my favorite.
Oh, dude, Patron is delicious.
That's what I go to.
Delicious.
If I've got money, I'm just going to have Patron. I feel better. It's cleaner.
Yes.
More clean, whatever.
Yes.
But yeah, so to dolphins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Underwater, we're talking about underwater. Dolphins could be like man's best friend in the water, and also the Anunnaki / alien. Probably not aliens. They probably come from our planet just as much as we do, if not maybe more.
Right.
Maybe
Predating us.
Yeah, maybe they just went deep in the ocean because maybe there was a cataclysm up here, or maybe that's a
Well, there clearly was. I mean, the dinosaurs, right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Volcanoes covered everything. It made it really hard to, and that kind of gets to my theory about dolphins. But
Okay.
so yeah, maybe like you go deep enough and there's like a hole, and you pop out and you get to like the inner Earth or something. Like
Very well could be.
that's how you get to this inner, because there's so much to this place that we're in or on or,
Absolutely.
or whatever we are within this place. I don't know if we're in it or on it or seriously
A part of it.
Yeah, a part of it. That's
Yeah.
a good. Yeah, we really very much are a part of it. They also say like we're destroying this place, but like
Right.
we're as much a part of it as it is of us. It's like we're not, and also we're not destroying shit, man.
No,
we
it's-
might be killing like nature on it, which is not great, but like what the fuck else are we here for?
Right.
It's like we're here to progress in some way.
Right.
And also this planet, it if you think that we can do anything to fuck with this, like unless we drop nukes on the planet,
Right.
and it's fine.
Yes.
You know, if there might be some radioactive shit.
Nuclear power.
Planet doesn't give a fuck.
No.
The planet's fine. It gets hit by a nuke and it's fine.
Right.
Like, what's really gonna hurt the planet? Maybe asteroids, maybe whatever. Even then, it'll probably be fine.
Right.
It's a fucking planet.
We're huge.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Resilient.
Yeah, it's a living thing, and I think also it has the ability, like, if it really wants to fuck shit up, you ever seen the movie The Happening? Where,
I don't
like,
think so.
it was with Mark Wahlberg, where the plants, there's like this wind, and then the wind happens, and if you, like, inhale the wind or whatever, you just kill yourself.
No, I definitely didn't see that.
Oh, it was a very
Sounds
fascinating
good.
movie.
I got to put it in the phone real quick. I'm listening.
It was trippy. Your girl probably wouldn't like it though. Seriously,
That's all right.
like people just start murdering themselves.
Oh, really?
Like they get this thing, like the wind goes, and they get this like,
Yeah, like a wild hair up their ass.
and then this guy's mowing his lawn, and then he just walks over to his lawnmower, and he gets on the ground with his head in front of it.
Go for it. Shit.
And then people just jumping off of like skyscrapers and
Okay.
you know,
That's
anything.
wild.
A cop, he's like protecting everybody, and then something happens. He takes out his gun and fucking blows his brains out. It's like the Earth can do that. You know
Sure.
what I mean? Like it can, if it really wanted to.
I think it tries sometimes.
I'm not saying for sure. It probably does sometimes, but like I'm not saying for sure.
Right.
But it wouldn't surprise. Like plants have the ability to create these things that de-attract, you know, certain animals,
Yes.
certain plants, or certain insects and shit,
Right.
as well as like draw them in.
For
you know?
sure.
So like, why wouldn't the Earth have the ability to do something like that? If the Earth wanted to get rid of fucking everybody,
Right.
There are ways, I would imagine, you know, aside from like earthquakes and all of these other things.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it could easily evolve some kind of like thing that would just like eradicate everything.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean?
and to support that, I do know what you mean. Think about evolution, right? If it works this way, it has to work the other way.
Right.
Or logically, you would think it would anyway.
Well, it works always, I would say. You know, like it's going in every fucking direction imaginable.
Word.
But so to dolphins.
Yes.
So my thing about dolphins is similar to whales. Dolphins. I even talked to like ChatGPT about this,
Okay.
and it agrees with me. By the way,
Mm,
dolphins
very
are.
interesting.
It's fascinating. So dolphins they live in the water
Yep.
and they breathe air,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's nothing aside from a whale, which again is insane. Like it makes zero logical sense. Evolutionarily speaking, it makes no sense. It's anti-evolutionarily speaking. Like it's anti-evolution. It's the opposite.
I kind of see where you're going
You're
with it.
gonna grow gills. You're not
Right.
gonna breathe air.
Yes.
You live in the water and you need air. That's like us living here
And needing water.
and we breathe water.
Right.
Like,
Excuse me.
what are we talking about?
That
Like,
makes no sense.
Hold on, bro. I gotta go find a river somewhere and fucking breathe some
Right.
air. For
I gotta. Yeah.
and I got 20 minutes. Even when I
wild.
breathe the water.
Yes.
Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
So to me, and this is where I'm getting at, is I think so that's like a human. That's like they're mammals.
Yes.
That's a mammalian or a mammalian trait, characteristic.
I would agree.
They're not water creatures. Like they didn't start out like that. And this is where I'm getting at. Is like dolphins and whales. They didn't start out they probably started out as some kind of like person or thing. They started out as they started out as a creature on
land, right?
on land.
Yep.
And then what I'm thinking is there was some great cataclysm that happened and it forced these things into the water. right? Maybe a volcano,
Right.
right? And it just covered everything, including the water, up to like this far out,
Right.
you know, where the lava couldn't reach.
Yep.
And they got mad far into the water, so they were like half submerged in the water
Like, shit, what do we do now?
all the time,
Yep.
for thousands of years or however long,
Right, right.
And slowly, but they're still half in the air, so they're still breathing air,
Yep.
right? But they're mostly in the water.
Right.
Slowly but surely, they procreate, their babies adapt and grow new things, maybe fins and maybe this and maybe that.
Right.
But they're still somewhat mostly like in the air you know, breathing air.
Right. Right.
But they need food, so they have to dive deeper and deeper into the ocean. So
Yep.
they're growing all of these other things, but the fact that they haven't gotten gills implies to me that they still are mostly
Like a land animal.
yeah, like not even land. Like maybe they're just treading water this whole fucking time, or maybe there's like a tiny bit of land that they're like on, like a tiny island, but like submerged a little bit. You know how like in the Caribbean, you've got water,
Yep.
but there's like it's only like 3 feet.
Yeah.
You know, it's only like 3 feet deep.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about,
Dude.
They're stuck there for hundreds, maybe thousands of years.
Yep.
And eventually they're growing, they're adapting all of these things because they have to keep going in and getting food and all of this shit.
Right.
Till eventually they get to a point where they're dolphins. And that is because there's nothing like that. There's nothing, because I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, what other thing aside from a whale
Yep.
is there that has traits that is like a mammal, or not even a mammal, but like the way I worded it was better than how I'm doing it now. But like what
I get the idea though.
what is anything like a dolphin, you know, that breathes air but lives in the water,
Right.
or vice versa?
Right.
What is an example of that has ever happened in history ever, and or is here today? And it's like there's nothing.
I was gonna say, what was the answer?
Literally nothing. And then it said, and then I gave it my whole theory, and it's like, wow, that's actually a really good theory.
That's wild.
And then I'm like, do you have like any evidence to like kill that theory?
Right.
And it's like, no, so far there's no
Really?
there's no evidence that could like dispel the theory.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck you, GPT, because at first
Gotcha, bitch.
At first it told me no. At first it was like no. And then I'm like, okay, well, do you have any supporting evidence against your theory?
Right.
You're just gonna tell me no?
Yeah.
And then it said, no, actually I don't. And then I worded it, you know, differently. And then it's like, well, actually this is sound. And then it's very interesting.
It's incredible.
Dude, what a trippy fucking thing, man.
It
What the
is.
fuck are dolphins? Like,
Well,
maybe they're people. Maybe they're humans that got stuck in water.
very possible.
And they grew these fucking things.
Yeah.
And that makes sense why they're so smart. And then they
love humans.
Yeah, they love people. It's very trippy.
Dude, it's insane.
It's very trippy.
I mean,
That's my dolphin story.
No, I love it, dude. And just to like kind of a little like put my 2 cents in or elaborate a little more, like, dude, it's very, very possible. And there's a few other things that I was thinking of as you're speaking that kind of made me think of it. But like, I guess the biggest was that if there was something happening on land, what would be like the quickest, easiest route? Like if you were a human, right? Of course it would be the water.
Yeah, you go in the water.
You can't just like jump in an airplane
Zombies
and fly out there.
happen, you fucking go in the water.
Well, and the water is like a buffer zone.
Right.
You know, like when you're in the water, your body's lighter. It's easier to move. Like water does a lot of things for us. You know what I mean? And obviously, other land predators wouldn't be able to come in. I mean, dude, it would like check all the boxes.
Aside from sharks.
Sure,
That's like,
right. Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah. And that leads back to the 3 feet of,
Yes.
you know, sharks can't go there.
Right.
You know, they can't go there. They'll
They'll
stuck.
beach themselves and they're done.
Right.
Yep.
So it's like, it makes sense that they're half and half in this.
How about this? Another one, a little more far-fetched, but like obviously some people say there's mermaids
Yeah.
or mermen,
You're talking
merwomen,
about people fucking dolphins? Is that
bro.
what you're getting
Maybe,
into?
dude. Yeah, but like realistically,
I
what if?
tried it. It doesn't work, okay? Fucking doesn't work.
Shit, that was my next step.
I tried it a lot.
I
So
really put that effort
yeah, I
in.
really want to see a mermaid.
Yeah.
I was going for a merman
Yep,
because I wanted a boy,
that's right.
as all men do.
That's right. So you
Didn't
get all 4 holes.
It didn't happen. The fucking thing ran away from me, actually.
Yeah. No, but what I mean, like, what if it was part of the evolutionary step in between people and dolphins? You could have mermaids in there. It's very unlikely. I'm just saying.
That's
Like,
a good point.
I don't
I
know
like
that
that.
they're real. I don't know that it's true, but I also don't know that it isn't.
Yeah, or it could be after it could be after dolphins.
Right.
You know, it could be. Actually, no. It makes sense that it would be the middle one because the dolphin would be like the final form.
Right.
That I like that.
You're more evolved to be underwater, but you still need that air. That's the one thing you can't get away from.
I like that. I like that.
Kind of cool, man.
That's a good addition.
Also, the other thing, like you were saying, is how when you were saying you dive down into the deep and then, like, you know, there could be any number of things down there. But I watched a movie one time. It was like a superhero movie, so, like, obviously with a grain of salt. But, like, if you go down deep enough, you know, water and air, the pressure, if you go down deep enough, yeah, you have to come back up slowly so you don't, like, you know, whatever that thing is that divers get.
Yeah.
But dude, what if you were able to create some sort of environment down there where like the pressure somehow involves where you don't have to resurface. Like you just have the air or the oxygen that you need.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what's interesting
What
is dolphins had like air bubbles and they would suck in the air bubbles. So they found there were like these natural air bubbles that would come up from the ground, from the earth.
Wow.
And dolphins, instead of having to come up for air, they would suck in the air bubbles.
Really,
for
dude?
oxygen. It's nuts.
That's wild.
So crazy.
That's cool.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen the videos of like the dolphins doing the cool things with the bubbles.
I have.
That
Yes.
like the smoke, the fucking
The rings and shit.
Yeah, the rings.
Dude.
But yeah, that was so nuts. They literally are sucking in the air, the natural air bubbles
So
for
incredibly
oxygen.
smart.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me if there were like some fucking like, it wouldn't even have to be like a base. I'm sure Earth has a natural thing. You know, like I'm sure you get to a certain point, and there could depending on where you are.
Yep.
You know, the shit would have to be like correct, but it wouldn't surprise me if, you know, everything's, you know, in the right. This, and this is correct. That like it's a natural fucking habitat for whatever, you know.
Right,
it doesn't
right.
fuck with your ears and all that. Like it doesn't, the gravity isn't too much.
Yep.
It's got like an equilibrium for all of that, and that could be like because you get to a point where you go far enough down into a certain place where there are waterfalls in the ocean.
Yes, yes.
Did you see that shit?
I have seen that shit.
Like what the fuck is that? That's
Intense,
nuts,
bro.
And then you've got the points where the salt water meets the plain water.
Yes.
And it's, dude, there's just so much going on
100%.
that it's like it wouldn't surprise me if
And we know nothing.
yeah,
We know nothing.
shit. It's ridiculous, man.
It's super interesting.
To me, it's intentional.
It's got to be.
It's like we have sonar. We've got this sonar technology where you can just
Yep.
fucking literally from whales and dolphins.
Right.
And Batman, obviously. Obviously, it came from Batman.
That's right.
But it's like we have that. Why are we not using that to see the deepest depths of these oceans and shit?
Right. Well, and not even just that. Like, dude, like up until I don't know, whatever many years ago it was. But now we have the robots. Like literally, like you
Throw
don't even
them
have to
down.
go down there.
Yeah.
You just send a camera on a bot with a motor and fucking.
Yeah, well, the problem with that, like, they've tried that with some things. Again, like, I feel like a lot of it's nonsense because just technology is so
Right.
good. But the excuse with the robots previously was that the gravity would just fucking smush them,
Right.
and the cameras wouldn't work because of like all of that shit. But now they can build submersive things
Right.
controlled by a robot, like where shit could just work. And if the excuse is like, oh, like our frequency or whatever, like our communication can't reach down there. Okay, throw a fucking hotspot halfway.
Booster.
Yeah, throw a booster down there. Fucking hotspot halfway down.
And besides that, dude, we could talk to the people on the moon. We could talk to people in space, bro.
Yeah,
At
sure
least
we
they
can.
say, right.
Yeah.
But then you also, it just, like, if you really start to think about it, there's so many different things that would kind of point in that direction. Like, I don't know if you believe in Atlantis,
For sure.
but, like,
That's like a fact now.
right, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's very interesting. Yeah, Atlantis is that's like the Mediterranean. Yeah, Atlantis is like a really well known. Plato talked about Atlantis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talked about like where it was
shit.
and like how it was a huge civilization, like that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
And he knew about Atlantis. Talked about it, talked about where it was, talked about the rivers, the Tigris,
crazy.
Euphrates, like the
Yeah.
fucking in the Fertile Crescent.
Right.
Like he literally talked about all of this, and motherfuckers were just like, nope. But they had knowledge about this shit and what happened, and then the Library of Alexandria just so happened to like burn the fuck down.
Yeah.
And that's where all of the information was
kept, yes.
about like how civilization started and probably everything about Atlantis and all of this stuff. It's like, and a lot of the pyramids got destroyed.
Right. Conveniently.
In Iraq when we like invaded, fucking, and then Al Qaeda just so happened to like destroy all of like the most important fucking
Go figure.
yeah, like the most important pyramids, even though like they would have no need to do that. They wouldn't have
what
a
would
want.
you gain?
Yeah, there's no want. And it would cost them a ton of money in supplies of weapons.
Absolutely.
It's such a waste. The only thing you can think of is like somebody's paying them to cover up
Yeah, an
our
ulterior
history.
motive. Yeah, for sure.
They're covering up our history. They covered it up. It's very deliberate, and you can't go there anymore in a lot of those places.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, shit, that's what I would do if I was some fucked up psychopath that already had all the information and didn't want other people to know, like, where we come from and how to kind of, like, how everything started, where all the systems come from. Like, we got our banking system from, like, the Annunakki, from the Sumerians.
Yes.
Got banking. We got the metric system.
Astrology.
Astrology, math, fucking everything, dude.
Right.
What did we not get?
And how long ago was that? Yeah, right.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, and how long ago? Yeah, that's
it's like still cutting edge.
Yeah, it's and then these pyramids, like, who the fuck made them? And they're all over the planet. They're literally all over the planet, and they all look the same.
Yeah.
Like, they're in every piece, every part of the planet, all around it. There are like thousands of them, all on hotspots.
Yes.
All around the planet.
Strategically placed.
Yep, strategically placed on the biggest energy hotspots of the planet, where like you get the most energy. And they're just big fucking generators, and maybe they just shoot out fucking, either they collect the energy and store them and then get picked up, or they shoot it out of the top, and all of the energy,
disperse it.
Yeah, all of the energy is like collected by some hovering thing, and it just fucking collects all the energy and takes off.
Now, dude, I think we briefly talked about it before, but like even the churches.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, the churches were on spots like that where like...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they were built... the churches were built geographically. Like the... they were built in such a way that... geometrically, not geographically. Well, and geographically. So, like, yeah, they were built on certain hotspots. But it was mainly geometrically. It was mainly how they were built, the way in which they were built. they would, when you speak and when you like chant, or if you just play music like a flute or anything,
Sure.
the vibrational frequency of the geometry would modify the sound to make it like holy. It would, to make it like actually like elevate your consciousness.
Word. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Insane.
So yeah, I've had a thing about this where I want to create like this kind of like a temple thing that is like geometrically sound in that kind of a way that you could edit also, you know, like the inside, you press a button and it like changes into like a different kind of frequency. And then, because it's all about frequency, and they figured that out, and that's what churches were built on. They were built on the geometry to basically alter frequencies in beneficial ways.
Yes.
And then they got rid of that. Also, the pitch that they use, like the it's like a certain tune, the tuning of instruments, was like positive. It was a positive tuning for all instruments. And then at a certain point in history, the churches had everyone like universally switch the tuning of the instruments, and the scholars at the time were rebelled against it because they literally called it demonic.
Rightfully so.
Because it was actually like really bad. It was like borderline demonic because what it was so the tuning before was like beneficial to human consciousness.
Right.
Like when you hear it, it was beneficial.
Like uplifting, positive vibes. Yeah.
It uplifts you. But then they changed it to literally, and the scholars said that you couldn't make it, like if it was one up or one down, it would have been better than the one that they chose.
Right.
Like it was literally the most negative frequency that you could ever possibly make.
And that's what they selected.
And that's what.
So 432 hertz comes from like its historical roots. It wasn't the global standard. But like certain instrument makers and tuning advocates preferred tunings near 432 because of the way that it sounded and the way that it resonated and the way that it made them feel. In 1859, the French government adopted a standard called the diapason normal of A435 hertz. So when they adjusted it for temperature differences, A435 is often said to be really close to A432. Again, depending on where you're at in the world and the climate, like it really will change the tuning of your guitar. And sometimes it'll automatically tune it down or automatically tune it up. But this is one reason why 432 hertz advocates often point to France in the 19th century. Between 1917 and the 1930s, as recording, broadcasting, and international orchestras became more common, there was a growing pressure for a universal standard. So in 1939, an international conference in London recommended A 440 hertz. Now, I'm going to show you guys what the difference looks like, and I'll let you guys decide. I've got my own reasons, and I'll share my opinions here in just a second, but I just want to show you all what the difference between 432 and 440 actually looks like.
432 and 440 is dissonant. It's not.
Okay, so you see right there the difference between 432 and 440. So on the left, that's 432 hertz, what it looks like visually. On the right, that's what 440 hertz looks like. So you see symmetry, you see beautiful patterns, you see organization. It just, like how do you feel when you look at that? Honestly, to me, it's the same way that I feel when I listen to it. And it's such a subtle difference between 432 and 440. It's so subtle. And you have to really, really listen for it to notice the difference. But on the right is 440, and you can see, especially on the bottom pattern, it's just jumbled. Chaotic. It's all jumbled together. The middle one's not so bad. You can still see a little bit of separation. But the top right one and the bottom right one, same pattern, but in different colors. It's just jumbled. It's chaotic. It's messy. And honestly, that's how I feel personally when I'm listening to 440 hertz.
Not harmonizing to the soul. It is not smooth. It is dissonant. In other words, it's negative. It will affect you negatively. But it's so subtle, most people will never know the difference.
And so, like he said, it's so subtle. It's so subtle. When you don't know the difference, it just kind of nags at you, but you don't even realize it's nagging at you. So when you don't really notice the difference, it's just nagging at you subconsciously, but you don't really know that it's nagging at you. But when you start to pay attention, you really notice it. And so again, this is why I started making 432 hertz music intentionally, because I can hear the difference and I can feel the difference. And what a lot of people don't understand is that the 440 hertz tuning, this is the standard. When you buy a tuner, it's already tuned to 440 hertz. So the music that's being made, whether in the secular industry or the Christian industry, they're all producing music at the standard of 440 hertz. Again, that pattern that you saw on the right-hand side. And so a lot of people don't know this. Most people higher up in the music industry, they know this, but most musicians don't know this. Most artists don't know this. But when an artist or a musician does know this, they can have control over it. They can actually change the tuning in which not only they tune their actual instruments, so like an acoustic guitar or a piano, things that can actually be tuned with strings, you can intentionally tune them to 432 hertz. But in most modern digital audio workstations, or DAWs as they call them, so like Pro Tools, Logic, even GarageBand, you can manually go in and change the tuning before you even start recording to 432 hertz, so that every instrument you use is naturally tuned to a 432 hertz. And that's what I do with all of the music that I create. So recapping, if you retune music from 440 to 432, every note becomes slightly lower. The difference is about 31.8 cents, roughly 1/3 of a semitone. Most people describe it as warmer, softer, more relaxed, less tense. And a lot of people hear no difference whatsoever. And rumor has it, allegedly, Mozart, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, a lot of other classical musicians wrote and performed and recorded everything that they did in 432 hertz. So I'll let you all decide why they changed to a standard of 440 versus 432 in 1939, knowing the difference of what it does between the two. I can tell you all again, from my own personal experience, when I listen to 432 versus 440, one makes me calm and puts me in a state of relaxation, and another one just nags at me.
Still have today for all music and for all everything. Now, obviously, we can change our own music, but like symphonies and orchestras and all of like the professional motherfuckers, they're all using the same negative frequency.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and it's crazy how nobody like changed it. It's fucking idiots.
Right,
Like, what are we doing?
And like you said, like it's very well known now. Like, I mean, you can go on YouTube and you can pick out like whichever frequency you want to listen to.
Yeah,
and
the
that
scholars,
shit works.
Oh yeah, it very much does. But and the scholars fucking talked about it.
Right.
It's not like this is like some woo woo shit.
Yeah.
It's like the scholars back then, like it was unanimously a negative thing.
Word.
Like it makes you feel bad. Like it's a bad feeling. It's not good. It was
so wild.
Very unanimous. Like you hear like
yeah.
It's like we're all unanimously saying that fucking
sucks. It's awful.
that makes me feel bad.
Right.
But then you hear
Yes.
It's like, okay, you sound a little shitty, but
yeah.
but like
a little light in the loafers, but it's good.
but yeah, you're getting there.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah, that's the difference. I don't know. It's weird.
No, it is, man. It is.
But yeah, trippy shit. Dolphins, fucking. But yeah, I would love to build a place. It doesn't have to be a temple. A temple is kind of a weird name of calling it anyway.
For sure.
It'd probably be like a sex dungeon or something.
Absolutely.
Orgy room 5,000.
Fuck fest.
Yep. Fuck fest.
Oh yeah.
2030.
That's right.
But that would be awesome. You have a place that like just the vibrational frequency just like, and I would have like some 6 subwoofers where it just be
Hell yeah. Just feeling it through the whole shit.
dude, the whole place just
Absolutely.
it'd be like, holy shit.
That shit.
It'd be so epic. People are like floating.
And bro, yeah.
Floating in the air.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Not me.
Put subwoofers on the ground too.
Right.
Like under the platforms.
Word.
And have like fucking slits in the ground
dude.
so you can just.
It's not even that far-fetched because, like, I know I got to balance, but, bro, the thing about it is it's all electromagnetic, right?
Yeah.
And our body is made of...
Water. Yeah. And you've seen the videos where, like, you can lift shit with... there's so
Yes.
many crazy videos that you can alter the fucking water.
Yes.
By changing the frequency. The water will go from, like, this to, like...
Yes.
And
I forget what they call it. I believe they call it non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah.
But like if you take cornstarch and water and you mix it, right? It's basically just like a
Semen.
couple, right? Some fucking nasty goo, right? So if you like stand on it, you sink down into it. But if you like keep moving, you won't sink in. You don't break the surface tension and you just keep going, right?
yeah, it's kind of like quicksand a little bit.
Right, but
Yeah.
now if you take that same fluid and you put it on top of that subwoofer and you hit it at the right frequency, it literally makes like different patterns,
Right.
and it'll like move it and fuck, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's something going on there, man.
For sure. For sure. Sexual things.
Backdoor stuff.
All right, we'll cut it.